thing that kind of relates close to home for me. Texas residents in Bastrop are actually pretty upset with Elon Musk, who wants to use the Colorado River to dump wastewater from the boring company. And that would be about 140,000 gallons a day of what would be treated wastewater into the Colorado River. Now, as we've seen with the recent Minnesota issue of it turns out they were dumping nuclear waste into the water. Supposedly small amounts that weren't that bad, but it was a lot nonetheless. People are hesitant to this stuff, and rightfully. I understand wanting to dump it in there. Let's dig a hole and make a lake instead. I think at least then I can filter through the ground. Maybe, I don't know. People aren't going to want to let this happen. And the Bastrop County residents made that clear because a ton of them showed up and basically went there to the hearing and were upset. Like, what if something goes wrong? What if something affects their health? What if they ruin the river? What if it doesn't get treated completely right? I mean, there's a lot of big companies and lots of people will make mistakes at some point. Little mistakes get amplified. And I mean, even if a mistake happens for one day, that's 140,000 gallons. That's a lot of water to cause issues. This is the same area where the boring company is reportedly going to be building their own city, technically, and where employees supposedly will be able to rent homes for around $800 a month, which is quite a bit lower than the average rent around here. And residents and officials can, keep voicing their concerns on this. I can see the concerns. The river here is a source of drinking water for a lot of people. It's a source for just running water in general. Up north of the river a little more, there's a reservoir which pretty much waters most of Austin and surrounding. So to see some of the river get ruined, even though it'll be south of that area, clean water like that, ruining fishing, ruining just places you can go kayak, swim, dogs can't drink water, even if it is treated properly, inevitably something might go wrong. So if they can get this through, it'd be great to see them do more than just treat the water. Like maybe it's got to get treated a few times. Maybe there's a few different steps before it gets to the river. Maybe they don't use the river at all, but we'll have to wait and see on this as well. I mean, I'm not for dumping even treated water in the river because there's still chemicals in that water, whether they're technically good, technically bad, it's chemicals nonetheless, and they weren't meant to be there. So I would like to see some other way of filtering the water or multiple steps or for sure contingencies where even if somebody makes a mistake and turns off something, it'll stop immediately. It'll send it through a different process. Like there's got to be something. It can't be a one step. It can't be a power outage problem. It can't be, even if there's a leak, there's got to be something else burying that water from just being dumped directly in there because that's a major resource to lose if something does go wrong.